I like this one. Happy 4th of July. Right click, save image. I'm going to save it to my desktop. Oh, it's a WEBP. Hold on, I've got to pick a different one. It's got to end in like JPEG for me to be able to use it. Let's try this one. Desktop. That works. And then I can drag it to the post. Okay, so you see at the bottom it's scheduled for the 4th of July at 10 a.m. I can change that by clicking on it. And let's say I want to post it at 9:45. And I've scheduled that post. For International Joke Day, I might post a joke. Happy International Joke Day from TCCN. How do cows do math with a calculator? National Ice Cream Day. But I would recommend, and that's actually, Annabelle, I wonder if we can share that with our membership. We have a calendar of health events. So we keep up with like what kind of awareness week or awareness month is happening, and that's how we design our posts. So all of our posts are going to be around more like health-related things than jokes or chocolate or anything like that. We're more likely to post, it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Week than it's World Chocolate Day. So. Any other questions or things you want to look at? Any idea why scheduled posts fail to post to Instagram frequently? That I don't know. We don't really use Instagram. I don't know, Kelly. And on my personal Instagram, I don't ever really schedule things. I would suggest making sure it's updated. They're always updating Instagram. So go into your app store on your phone and make sure that your Instagram is the most up to date. And then really quickly, let me show you how we schedule posts on Twitter. And again, can you guys all see my screen? Okay. So this is our Twitter homepage. I would like to go in and I like things. And I will repost things. We love to repost from National Association. So I'll like and then I'll retweet. And you get more traction when you quote tweet than when you just retweet. So when you retweet, you're just putting exactly what they put, right? When you quote tweet, you actually have the opportunity to add your own comment or caption. So I might say, we love our friends at NAFC clinics, and we love summer. Stay safe and be sure to wear sunscreen. Please, preventative care. So I'm actually going to put hashtag preventative care because wearing sunscreen to me is preventative care. And I'm ready to tweet that, or I can schedule it to go out. You see this little calendar box for the timer? I can also pre-schedule that to go out. So I want it to go out, let's say today, because today's the first day of summer. We're going to send that out at 1:22 p.m. then I go back and I hit this schedule button. So at 1:22 p.m., that retweet of NAFC is going to hit the TCCN page. So I like to go in, I like to engage with people. I like to go in and comment periodically so people know that we are reading. And then, of course, we can go in and write our own tweets. So thank you for joining us at our monthly technical assistance and training. Let us know what we can provide next to better serve June TPA, hashtag there. And I'm going to schedule that to go out tomorrow on the 23rd. And I'm not really concerned about the time, so I'll just say confirm. So I've got a tweet scheduled to go out today and a tweet scheduled to go out tomorrow. So to do this on a larger scale, I don't think that Twitter has the same kind of interface that Facebook has, where you can schedule like month by month. Let me triple check. Under Twitter for professionals. It doesn't. It doesn't. How I schedule tweets, how I pre-schedule my tweets on Twitter is what I just showed you. It doesn't have that kind of like really cool calendar view in the way that Facebook has. Questions about Twitter? Yes, Thomas?
It seems as though Twitter may be just a little bit more user-friendly than Facebook,
Okay.
especially in regards to scheduling and stuff like that. Uh, it was when you gave the example on Facebook. I guess I struggled a little bit, but Twitter seems easier to me. That's all I'm saying. And I know a
Yeah,
lot of my age don't use Twitter.
I think use whatever works best for you and stick to it. I always say, don't give 50% to multiple things. If Twitter is your strong suit, focus your energy there and build up your following on Twitter. And really quickly, I'll show you the analytics that we look at when we're thinking about how effective our Twitter is. So I'm on my homepage of Twitter. I go to the More button, and I click Analytics. And I think that the analytics dashboard on Twitter is super user-friendly. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on if you also think it's pretty user-friendly. So this is giving me at the very top my 28-day summary. So it's pretty much the month of June, right? It's saying we've tweeted slightly less in the past 28 days. We've gotten fewer interactions. We've had fewer people visiting our profile. We've had one people mention us, so kind of give us like an @ or a hashtag, and we've got 26 followers. So I'm going to be transparent. Facebook gets more traction for TCCN than does Twitter. But we use Hootsuite, and so we're posting on both of them. But our Facebook is more popular, and our newsletter is very, very popular. So I like this summary on the side that tells me exactly how many tweets we've done in the month, how many people have visited our profile, so that's 56 over here, and tweet impressions. So what tweet impressions is, it's not necessarily the number of people who have liked your tweet, it's the number of people who have interacted with it. So if we post a link to something, that's saying that 371 people have clicked on something that we've posted. So that's really useful information for us to know. So we are always tracking our number of new followers. And again, when you have new followers in a month, that's going to show up over here on this right. We're always tracking our tweets and our profile visits. We love when people come and visit our profile. And Twitter gives you this really cool kind of highlight reel of your top tweets. So this tweet was our most popular. And when I'm seeing tweet impressions at 1,722, I'm knowing that people are clicking this registration link, right? People are clicking on the things that we're posting, which is super exciting. This is our top mention. So Project Finish Line, Joe Ragoda mentioned us, and this was a very popular tweet on their page, and so it also gets reported to us. Our top follower, so it's telling us that this person has liked what we've done or interacted with a lot of our posts. Our top media tweet, so the difference in that is it's going to come with like imagery or a video. So I love this. And Annabelle, I think I put it on a slide, but you don't have to pull it up. I'll just say it out loud. This can be kind of overwhelming. What we look at and what I recommend you all look at is, are your followers increasing? And checking your profile visits, checking that people are coming to look at your page. And I'll show you the same thing on Facebook. It's called Facebook Insights. So again, it's in my kind of like left-hand toolbox bar. And there's the overview button. So it's talking about our reach. So the number of people who are looking at our page and interacting with our page. And then it sorts things by popularity. So these are our most popular posts from the last 30 days. Most of them are around our wonderful road trip. And then it's also tracking, which I think is really interesting, our likes. So we have 132 people who like our page, which means that they are following our page, which means whenever we post, they see on their wall or they get some kind of alert. And then it breaks that down by demographic. And so we're really popular with women. Just cool. Really popular with women. We're really popular with a certain age range of women. And it helps me as I'm writing social media content for our page to think about, okay, how can we better reach 18 to 24-year-olds and 25 to 34-year-olds, and how can we better reach those 65 plus individuals? But I also have to know that based on what we do, this 18 to 24 may not be our target demographic, and we may not have a lot of 65 plus people who are using Facebook in a way that their participation on our page will be really impactful. I also like to look at our audience. So again, it's giving us that kind of like age and demographic breakdown, but also it tells you our countries. We do have some people in foreign countries who are looking at us. And then it gives us some information on potential audience.
Hello?
And this is, yes, go ahead. I think that was it for me. And then, let's see. I like to track our visits. So you see our visits are up. And I can click on this and see what I posted on that day that got people so interested in us, which I think is really interesting. So the spike on June 2nd, I want to go back and see what did I post June 2nd that got people so interested, and I want to keep posting content like that. And then our new likes, I don't pay a ton of attention to that because what it's tracking is the number of new people in your page. And so that number going down compared to other months is not as interesting to me. The number's always going up, but if 5 people liked our page in May, but only 2 people liked our page in June, that's kind of irrelevant. The point to me is that 2 people liked our page in June, which is a big deal. I always want more people to like it. I'm not super concerned with more people liked it in May than in June. And I can show you how to look at, you can set what days you want to look at. So it's just giving me the past 30 days. But sometimes I just want to look at the month of June. Sometimes I want to look at how we performed this year, which I think is really interesting because I got hired this year. So I'm very glad to see that when I look at the year report, that there's growth over years past, right? So we've got way more interactions from people. We've got way more people visiting. We've got more likes. So I want in the past year everything to be very, very green. Thank you, Kelly. See you soon. Questions? Anything you want me to show you? I can share my screen and show you just about anything. Any questions you have around social media?
I have a question about Hootsuite. I know we paid something for it. Can you share kind of ballpark what that was? And did we get that through TechSoup?
Yes, I believe, and Annabelle, correct me, I think we pay 45, and is that a year?
Yeah, it was about 300 and something in a year with a nonprofit discount. I cannot remember, and it was not through TechSoup because this is not a system that you can buy. It's really an access or or a membership, and it allows to combine and plan for multiple platforms at the same time. We can also share the information with you all about this particular tool. But it was about 300 and something. I cannot remember.
And it's new to us, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
wondering, are we happy with it? Would we, at this point, based on our limited experience, recommend that members and friends consider it if they're trying to really get an active social media game going?
Yeah, I think what's really great about Hootsuite for us is that we manage, we have an active Twitter and an active Facebook. Like Anthony was saying, not Anthony, Thomas was saying earlier that they are stronger on Twitter. And so a Hootsuite may not be as beneficial if you're only on one platform. And I can share my screen. The most beneficial part of it is that you can post in multiple places at one time. So if I wanted to post on my Twitter and our Facebook page and on our LinkedIn at the same time, I do that through Hootsuite. And so what you're looking at is our Hootsuite homepage. And to make a new post, I go to create post, but you can also create a Pinterest pin, you can create an Instagram story, but I use it to create posts. I wanted to post on our Twitter and our Facebook. That's why it's really only useful if you have two or more things that you want to manage at the same time. And I want to say thank you for joining our June TTA. And Mary wanted me to mention why hashtags are so great. Hashtags are really great because they help you sort through information and they help people find you easier. So let me just really quickly show you on our own Twitter. Hashtags help you find things easier. So you can search Twitter for certain things and they will pop up, right? So we've hashtagged summer travel tips. You can click summer travel tips and you can see all of the other people who have also used that same hashtag, right? So it helps people find your content faster, summer travel tips. So now if someone searches summer travel tips, TCCN pops up, right? If you search, oh shoot, I'm sorry, sometimes I click too fast. If you search free and charitable clinic, hashtag free and charitable clinic, we will pop up. And so we use hashtags to keep ourselves kind of at the top of this search bar so that people can find our content easier.
Thank you.
So back to Hootsuite, I use a hashtag of like, professional development. So if you were to go on Twitter and search professional development, this TCCN post would pop up. So I want to make sure I'm sharing enough relevant information so that they know if this matters to them or not. So I'm going to add effective use of social media. Actually had people message us on Twitter or Facebook and say, like, I found you when I was searching for things and I'd like to know more about this. And so that's why we use hashtags. The more hashtags you use, the easier it is for people to find you when they're kind of poking around in Twitter or Facebook or on Instagram. So Hootsuite is the same principle. You can post now to all of these platforms, or you can schedule your posts, and it gives you recommended times, again, based on like high traffic on those sites. Maybe I want to post it, next Monday. It's going to tell me based on the average Monday when there's really high traffic on those sites and when's a good time to post. Questions about Hootsuite?
There were really good comments on the chat. If you're only using, this is Amy's observation. If you're only using like Facebook and Instagram, it's easy just to go to those platforms. But when you have multiple social media platforms, this is when this comes into play. And what they have also, if you have more than one user that would maybe posting on behalf of your organization, that's when it also comes into play. This is found 10 different social media profiles. This is not the nonprofit rate. And, it helps you also to boost your posts. Now, we have only 2 minutes left, so let's.
Yeah, and I do want to say something that TCCN uses that's super, super helpful is we have streamlined our username and password across most of the things that we use. So we have one account for Hootsuite, but because our username and password is the same, I mean, it's the same on MailChimp, Facebook. We like having that consistency. Annabelle can log in. I can log in. Mary can log in if she wants. So I recommend that you create like a consistent username and password system across your organization for those different tools so that other people can log in and do things. We use our generic info at TCCN as our username, which is really, really helpful. Awesome. Thank you, Monty. That's super helpful. That's super helpful. Anything else?
Special spaces.
Yeah, Monty put something in the chat about
going because.
And then if you'd like, we can do an additional training on MailChimp. That's how we do our newsletter. But now that I'm thinking about how we structured this, MailChimp might be a separate conversation, so it's okay that we didn't get to it. That's all I had. We do have an evaluation.
We want everyone to quickly go and, if they can, complete the jot form. Let me put that in the chat quickly. This is for us to keep knowing how we're doing, how you feel. If you're liking what we're doing, this is really important. I just added the jot form link in the chat. So if it takes a second to complete that, we will appreciate if you take a minute to do it. In the meantime, a quick reminder, of something really good that is coming, which is our conference. We would love to have you all at our annual conference. It's official. It's September 28th to the 30th. It is at the guest house at Graceland in Memphis. We have added a pre-conference day, and we're going to provide mental health first aid. Thanks to the help of our friends, Mental Health America at Mid-South. They will provide this training. It takes 8 hours, and at the end of the day, people get a certificate for participating. And this pre-conference is really interesting. It gives us tools on how to address situations where someone is in crisis or has suicidal ideations, how to address that, how to put the situation under control, and when to do referrals and how. So this, we encourage everybody to take a look at the links that we will be sending soon with the different information to register, and register as quickly as possible. Usually for this kind of pre-conference, only 30 people is allowed, but if we have much more than 30 people, that we hope so, Mental Health America may be able to provide us with additional facilitators, and that will be a great hit, to make possible that more people get trained in that area. But don't forget to go to the jot form, complete the evaluation. We really need your feedback, add your comments of any other topics you may want to hear from us. If MailChimp or mass media, in this case, mass emails, is something that interests you, Oclicia will be really happy to provide that training to all of you. She is an expert on that. So these are the details about the conference, and thank you for coming.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. It was good.